Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and we got some fly-by-night brands from China. I don't know. These got ordered from AliExpress, and I ordered them all from different sellers and all of that. We're going to take a look at these three cars. I thought I would group these three together. They look pretty cool. I'm not familiar with any of these brands, so we got three here that we're going to take a peek at. We got a BMW, we got a Ferrari, and we got a Rolls-Royce Phantom. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually start with the Rolls-Royce. I'm going to back these off a little bit. And let's take a quick look around the box. Usually a telltale sign almost for that it's not going to be a licensed product is when it's got one of these little metal etched plates on the base. It seems like it's made in China. It's a Chinese brand and it's probably not licensed. That's a lot of the times that's the case. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So on the bottom here we have made in China. Exact scale ornamental model for the adult collector, not suitable for children under 14 years old. I think that's pretty much a canned thing that they put on a lot of these models. And they put it in several different languages. It says it's a fragile item, 14 plus, over 14 years old, choking hazards, all that stuff, 1/64 scale. Absolutely no mention of licensing on this particular model. Again, this is a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Gigantic car. I don't know if it's actually legitimately 1/64 scale. I know these things are big, but the outer box is like very, very tight on the acrylic case. So I had to take some pressure to take that off. And kind of a standard thing that you normally see with these is you got this sort of outer cardboard, and then you've got like the backing for it right here. And then, of course, the acrylic case, and then the car is screwed down into the base. So this one actually is taped. Well, it was taped on one side, but not very well. I just pulled it right off. Here's the top of the acrylic. Looks like to be pretty decent quality, pretty standard stuff there. We've got kind of almost a carbon fiber look to the base plate. We've got, again, that metal etched or whatever stamped, it looks like. Diecast model, scale 1/64, Rolls-Royce Phantom. ING is the brand. Ing. Not licensing. So let's go ahead and unscrew it. We got one screw in the bottom. It does appear that there are some fragile bits, especially that hood ornament there that we'll take a close look at in a second. Screw is in quite tightly. We're going to go and get that out of there. And it's very much longer than you think it should be. And that is, I don't know why that's necessary, but a very long screw. There's a look at the base plate without the car on it. Set that over there. First things first, does it roll? Unbelievably, sort of. I thought there was absolutely not a chance this thing would roll. It does look like they got some junk in the trunk here. This thing is almost got a gasser stance to it at the moment. Low in the back and a little up in the front. I don't think the real car has that type of thing going on. It is screwed together, however, so you could take this thing apart and you could maybe monkey with it and get it to maybe sit down more evenly. I don't think I'm going to do that. If this was like a jerry rig everything or whatever video, maybe I would take things apart. Maybe we'd do a scratch test and do all sorts of stuff with this thing, but we're not doing that. All right, let's get a look up front. We want to see that hood ornament right away. And it's not that great. It looks like kind of like a blob. So, I mean, it's on there. She's on there, but it's definitely not super highly detailed. Headlights look pretty good. Rolls-Royce logo on the front looks okay. The grille looks okay. This is a crazy looking car. Absolute luxury. We got inserted details for the taillights. The paint appears to be pretty good quality. It almost feels like it's resin, but it's not. So it's got a really thick clear coat on it. Base is plastic. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Tires are rubber. And of course, again, it's screwed together and it sort of wants to roll, but it's not. I mean, it rolls a bit. Again, I mean, I could take this apart, maybe fix it. The mirrors are massive. And I don't know proportionately if that's accurate to the vehicle. I don't know much about this car. They're big. They're very, very large, and maybe that is the case. I don't doubt that the mirrors are probably not actually mirrors on the car. They're probably like screens for a camera that shows you a multitude of things. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty cool. What do you guys think of this one? I mean, if you're a Rolls-Royce fan, which I don't know, I don't think there's many people out there that are like diehard into Rolls-Royce. The Rolls-Royce logo on it's very reflective. It's hard to see, but there is a printing on there, black printing for the double R sunroof, chrome trim around the windows. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. This thing wasn't terribly expensive either. I do not recall how much it was, but AliExpress is your friend if you want to order this thing. You could probably get it off of eBay. I don't know what other cars that ING makes, but this is like the only one I saw on there, and I grabbed it in one of the only colors that was still left and available. So there you have it. Rolls-Royce Phantom. All right. I'll go ahead and just set it up there for now. And what should we look at next? The BMW, I think, is going to be my favorite. So we'll look at that last. Let's do the Ferrari Enzo. This is undoubtedly going to be a lot of people's favorite, though. This is made by Agitator. And I don't know. I don't know what else they make. I don't think I've seen anything else on there from Agitator model. This is a scale model, not a toy. Again, 14 plus, 15 plus over there, 0 to 14, no. So this one you have to be a year older to hang out with than the Rolls-Royce, apparently. Contains small parts. Make sure they are not swallowed. That's probably good advice. For safety reasons, do not play with it if the model is transformed or damaged. Interesting. Manufactured with arrate precision. Handle with extra care. Specifications and design are subject to change without previous notice. I'm pretty sure arrate is supposed to be great. Important notice. Yeah, I don't know. There's other languages on here. Again, not any indication of a license from Ferrari, and I was definitely not expecting one because that's the way these go. Again, standard thing. We've got the cardboard bit, the little back thing there with the sort of a rendering of the model. Looks, very similar. That's a very common thing to do, apparently. Do a line drawing of the model. I'll set it over there. And then again, acrylic case. Pretty good quality. Sharp edges right here. They're not rounded like they are kind of on this one. If that matters to you, I don't know. But we'll set it over there. Kind of sharp edges. It feels a little bit more brittle than this case does. There you go. Agitator Enzo. Limited 239 to 299. That's the other thing. A lot of these things, they do print the plate and they number them. This vehicle was available in other colors. However, I think it was only left in like some Golf logo. And like, why would you order this in Golf? That seems a little silly. Golf logo, everything, I guess. But no, I got it in like this pearl white. Of course, the more popular color would have been to get it in actual, red, but it was out of stock. So I wasn't able to get that. And I think I had a choice between white or this like golf livery. And there's no way I was going to order the golf livery. So white it is. And white's not a bad color for Ferraris. I like that. Who's the guy that's got the big collection of white Ferraris? Is it like the guy from Pink Floyd or something? I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. I should know the answer to that. There's a screw in the bottom. Standard kind of stuff here. The screw is a reasonable length, which is better. And right away? No, no chance. This thing does not roll. The back axle rolls. The front one does not. It's kind of tucked under there, making this look pretty good. And I think this looks like, just straight up offhand, the Enzo is a weird looking car. It kind of is. It's kind of, I don't know. I think the design is almost a little bit dated. I don't know if it's not my favorite Ferrari from just a looks standpoint. So Ferrari Enzo on the bottom, made in China, of course, screwed together. It is a plastic base. It's got some texture to it. Again, the paint feels like it's very good quality. It feels almost like a resin car. And it's just because it's got a nice, like, thick clear coat on it that gives it a very nice gloss. They did a decent job. So the top bit is all plastic. They did a decent job matching the paint, but it's not perfect. White was probably the best shot at that. I bet you the red one looks worse. Inserted details for headlights. Little tiny. I'm trying not to shake here. It's hard when you get up close, this close. Any little movement. Little tiny Ferrari logo. That looks pretty decent. There's a little bit of flashing right here. Paint blub right in the nose. Inserted details for headlights again. Very, very detailed engine area and a very detailed interior as well. So that's pretty cool. Inserted details for taillights. Not perfect. Looks like we got a little bit of a crooked one right here. Some receding gum line. But so that's a little wonky. It's got one little wonky eye there, but not bad. This wasn't too expensive either. So if you want an Enzo in 1/64 scale, I don't think there's anything better than this out there. If there is, you guys let me know, because I'd be interested in it. Like the Hot Wheels model doesn't look too bad. In 1/64 scale, though, I don't think there's really anything else that compares to this. You're going to have to get it in a weird color, though, because I don't know if you can find the red one. You probably can find it on eBay. But by the way, you can find all these cars on eBay, but they're way more expensive. And they're unlicensed. Don't pay a lot for them. I mean, pay the least amount possible. When you're getting them from eBay, you are still getting them from the same people that are like selling them on AliExpress. So you might as well just go to AliExpress and order it. I know that site seems sketchy, and it is probably, but I haven't had any issues. I had one issue where they shipped my car. I ordered 2 more colors of this, and they make a different model of this. This is the 7 series. I forget the other one they make. Is it I can't remember. I think it's a 5 or whatever. I ordered 2 more colors of that. It got shipped to the entirely wrong address. So someone in Massachusetts got my box, which, whatever, that sucks. But I got refunded instantly for it when it happened. It happened. I filed a little claim thing. It said it was delivered. I'm like, it's delivered to the completely wrong state. And I got my return was accepted like the very next day. So got my money back. No harm, no foul, I guess. But I would have liked to have the couple other colors. I would have done a dedicated video just to that BMW. Anyway, that's my AliExpress story. I will continue to kind of explore that website. It's just another avenue to get some stuff. And this is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty nifty. Again, the front axle doesn't roll. It's got detailed brakes and stuff in there. And all in all, Ferrari Enzo, I don't think you can get one better than this in 1/64 scale. Currently, yes, it is not licensed. Yes, there are some moral implications with a car not being licensed. I get it totally. But I don't know. Ferrari's kind of a snob company anyway, so not that justifies it. It's just that, hey, I'm here to show you the stuff. Who knows what I'll end up doing with it. I'll probably keep it in my collection for a while, but we'll see. All right. BMW by DCM. Oh, we got to look around this. Again, same thing though. Cardboard, line drawing in the back. DCM, metal plate telling you what the car is. And again, we're going to have the standard kind of stuff on the back here saying that this is not a toy. It's not suitable for children. And we're going to say that in a bunch of languages. It also says long-term exposure to direct sunlight or bright spotlight may cause damage. Well, we won't keep you too long under the light here, buddy. No license, no licensing. Collector's Packaging. Collector's Packaging? Is that a company that makes the packaging? I don't know. DCM. Never heard of them. No clue. Not licensing their models for sure. Well, nearly positive that they are not licensing their models. But this thing I thought looked really nice in pictures, and I'm excited now to get it out of this. Oh, we got a 2-screwer. I hate these. I hate when they use 2 screws to put it on the base. It just makes it so much more difficult to get it back onto the base when you want to display it. So if you want to take it off and on, it's a bit of an irritation. So that sucks. Plastic case, somewhere in between these two. Not as brittle as this one, not as sharp edges, not as rounded and nice as this one is. If that matters to you. Decent though, it's clear, it does the thing. Not as clear though as that one. It's definitely not as clear as that one actually either. So not as high quality plastic probably. Who knows what's going to happen to these as things age. You've seen yellowed Hot Wheels packaging. I mean, I'll keep this out of UV light and all that stuff for the majority of the time, but still, you always wonder what's going to happen with that stuff. Is it going to get yellowed over time? All right, E32 7 Series limited edition. This is number 299 out of 499 pieces, so somewhat limited. Again, 2 screws on the base. That is a bit annoying. I don't like that. And they're tight, which is also something that can be irritating for these models, like really tight, which means I'm going to have flat tires, no doubt, because this thing was slammed down to the base. We are definitely going to have some flat tires. All right, so 2 screws out, little plate on the bottom, multiple screw holes on this base, which means that this, obviously this base was made for multiple brands, multiple models, probably by various different diecast companies or manufacturers. I mean, this looks really good. It really does. The thing that's really drawing me to it is the wire wheels in there, those BMW wheels. They look so good, actually. They have little BMW logos on the inside. It's not perfect, but man, is it tiny. And again there, trying my best here to hold it as steady as possible. We have inserted details up front, which look pretty good. Again, not perfect, but pretty good. And inserted details on the back, which look quite good. And plastic base screwed together. This is the one I thought might roll. It almost wants to. No, it doesn't want to. Not even close. I mean, it kind of does. The axles are free. Look at this flat tire. Boop, boop. Yeah, so it was sitting like that forever. Screwed, slammed down, screwed to that base, and that's what happens. If you leave it off the base for a while, that tire may come around or set it on a different side or kind of rotate it a little bit. It may come back around. Will I get the other model of this? Maybe. Will I get another color of it? Maybe. Some of the cool colors from this particular seller, this was someone that was like shipped through AliExpress. They were out of a couple of the colors. There's a green and there's a red. The red looks really nice in pictures. That's the one I kind of wanted. But this does look pretty good in black. Stance looks pretty good. This is a very nice looking model. I think this is actually quite nice. Out of the 3, I'm going to say this one is my favorite out of the 3 models. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below which one of these was your favorite. The other question I have for you is just, how do you feel? What does it make you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about models that are not licensed? Do you care? Do you think it's an important thing? I get it. These are car companies, right? They license their intellectual property, and I totally understand, like, the right thing would be to license the cars. But if you're someone like Ferrari or something like that, that makes it absolutely ridiculous to get your cars licensed, and then you get exclusive stuff through only certain brands and don't let brands compete and make the best looking model. So that's where I don't like it, is because it does kind of eliminate competition in diecast. That's where I don't like it, because if it's the only person that's got the license is the only one that can make the model, you're not going to get the best version of the car possible, because you only have one brand making the car, whatever. I'm using that an exclusive license as an example. You're only going to get one brand that's going to make the vehicle. So, like, for example, if this was just licensed, when the licensing from Hot Wheels went to like Matchbox Group and they did just Brago, everybody was upset. And the reason why is because Brago in 1/64 scale, not great. It's not a great thing. It's not real good. And so you're not going to get a quality Ferrari model at 1/64 scale or even close. And that's kind of the upsetting thing, really, right? Even Hot Wheels. I mean, a basic Hot Wheels is way cooler than a Brago. So that's why. I mean, that's why it kind of stinks that the licensing gets in the way, because it just doesn't allow for competition. So, I mean, it's competing for the license, maybe. Who's going to pay the most money? But that doesn't mean they're going to put out the highest quality model. So that's kind of where my issue is with it. But I will explore this in all these videos when I talk about licensed versus unlicensed, and the brands that can do it right and that actually do put out a quality model. Big ups to you. That's awesome. These brands, they put out a quality model, and these models are not cheap, however, so they're not paying for the licensing, but they are putting it at a competitive price with other like premium brands, right? So they're getting money for it. Now, granted, they got to ship them from China and all that stuff, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. Which one of these cars was the coolest out of the three? I'm going with the BMW. I think that's pretty sick looking. The Enzo's a second. The Rolls Royce I got just because it's massive and I thought it would be interesting. So other than that, it's just okay. All right, thank you guys so much for watching another video. Hopefully you are enjoying these kind of more focused videos. I appreciate everybody turning in. And, subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Thank you. And, yeah, bye. Talk to you later.